morning. I'm back. It's Shanna. I think I'm kind of playing catch up. I'm going to do another VR today, this time to Logan's Maiden, Mother, and Crone decks. I have wanted to do this for a while since I saw it come out, and like I've said, I haven't had a lot of time here at home by myself, so I keep putting off making videos, but I figured out a new layout, figured out a new way to do this, and it works a lot better. So got another VR today, and hopefully going forward I've got a couple other more my idea videos. So hopefully you're still here, you're sticking with me on these, and I appreciate you being here. So without further ado, why do we always say that? I say it, everybody says it, without further ado. I don't know, because it's the thing to say, I guess. Okay, Intuitive Night Goddess for a Maiden deck. I cannot get myself to use this deck. For one, I had to trim it quite substantially. It was a brand new deck, and for whatever reason, it was printed, or rather it was cut unevenly. So I cut it, and now it's perfect. But I don't know, that bugs me, and it's a teensy bit stiff to shuffle, which that's okay. But when I bought this deck, I thought each of these characters would be, sorry, we're going to do it like this. I thought each of these characters would be actual goddesses, and they're not. They're just regular drawings of someone's idea of some imaginary goddess. Unless I'm wrong, because I don't recall ever digging deep into the guidebook. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But as it is, I can't get into it. And I'm sorry, but some of these faces are so bizarre. I can't get behind it. I love the black background. I love the speckles. I love the concept, and some of them you can kind of guess. If I had to guess, I would say maybe that's Artemis, but it doesn't use any of their names in the guidebook that I recall. And it is pretty. I can't connect with it. I don't connect with it. And I've tried to rehome it a few times, and for various reasons, it just hasn't gone anywhere yet. I thought for a minute that I had a job for it, some way to work with it. That didn't really work out. What is this person's problem? Why does she look like that? I don't know. And this one, she just looks so annoyed. I don't know. It just feels very... I think this one's a really pretty card, though. I think overall the deck is very pretty. Just the faces throw me. I don't really know what to do with it. I don't get anything from it. So that's where we are with this one. And I feel like I'm so far from the maiden phase of life that this just sort of fits that for me. I feel disconnected from that phase of life. I'm 48, so yeah, I'm not no longer a maiden, a fresh-faced maiden. Her face is pretty cute. It's a cute expression. I don't know. Anyway. Maiden deck. That is the Intuitive Night Goddess. These are the backs. I mean, everybody has seen this deck. It's been around a while, so... Next, for Maiden decks, I have the Witch's Garden. This one, I was so excited to get this deck. This is the first printing. I don't know if they're on a second printing yet or not, but it's the one with the mistake. The cards are misnumbered or something. I don't remember what. And as I've said before, with other decks, overall, I think it's pretty. This is my very most favorite Seven of Cups ever. There are a couple cards that I love so much in this deck, and I think that's why I haven't gotten rid of it. And the concept of Tarot of a Witch's Garden is just so cool. I can't quite bring myself to do anything with it, so I hold on to it. But I just love this card. It's so pretty. I would love to be in that room. And this is another one. This, I think, is the one that convinced me to get the deck, because I was kind of on the fence for a little bit, but for as much as I dislike spiders, I love this card. It's such a great card. It's such a great, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I do this all the time. Doesn't even matter. I get a lot out of this card, is essentially what I'm trying to say. I don't like the worms. Like, why are we ruining this perfectly cute image with worms and bugs? But I like I like the little fairies. I love the birds. But this feels very young to me, despite having there be quite a few, I think, older figures. It just feels really young. And there's quite a few cards that I really just dislike. I don't like this card. It's weird. Maybe I just don't get it, and that's okay. This is beautiful. I love the scene. I like her. He's okay. He's kind of weird, but he's okay. I don't know. I just don't really get this deck, I guess. It falls flat for me, and it feels young, I think is, I guess, why. But it's not one that I'm willing to get rid of. He feels like Jesus to me, which, I mean, like, I'm not into Jesus, so. But a lot of them are very pretty. I love this as a whole, but I don't know. She just feels a little bit like she's trying a little too hard here. I mean, I guess she's, the main character of her own story here, but I feel like she's trying too hard. I don't know. And this girl, I mean, I'm sorry, she's faking being asleep. She's not asleep. There's no way. I don't believe it. This feels awkward. I cannot. This is probably my least favorite sun card ever. What is going on with their faces? Just no. Like, why are their teeth so bright? Like, they got their teeth whitened that morning for that picture, and I don't understand. Drink some tea. Figure it out. I don't know. This card bugs me. It looks like she doesn't have an arm, which I'm okay with a figure not having an arm, but I don't think that was the intention behind this card. And if it is, I retract my statement. But it's oddly drawn. This is kind of pretty. It's okay. It feels a little cheesy, but it's okay. This is nice. I don't like her outfit. Like, who decided that outfit was an okay thing for the picture, I don't know. I'm sorry. If you love this deck, you've probably already fast forwarded this part, and I don't blame you. Also, you're probably super annoyed because I keep going off camera. I'm so sorry. New setup. We'll get there. I need to quit doing 3 piles and just do 2. She's pretty. I do like this one. I like the, she feels less cold, I guess, to me than a lot of Queen of Swords. I love this. There's a lot that I love about this deck. There's also a lot that drive me nuts about this deck. So that's another Maiden deck. I'm not sure I've ever done a reading with it. And if I have, it clearly didn't make an impression because I don't remember doing it. Okay. Mother decks. This one to me feels like the kind of mother I wanted to be, I guess, and maybe kind of some days was. But I wish I could have leaned into this mother space a little bit more. But I feel like most mothers feel that way, right? Like we just wish we had been a little bit better at this, a little bit better at that, more patient here. But this feels like a mother deck to me. It feels like a bedtime story, something that you could flip through with your kids at bedtime and make up a story as you go. I love this one. She's so sweet, or he, or whomever. It's a sweet little child. I'm so glad I have this deck. This is one that I, was on the fence for a long time in getting, like a long time. And I just thought, ugh, it's dated. I'm not going to like it. I don't know. But then I got it and I don't use it a ton. I used it in March this year and it was perfect. I love it. It gives me such good readings. It gives me good feelings. I enjoy it a lot. And it does feel like a mother deck. These two ladies, they look like moms. Or they look like they want to be moms, maybe one day. I don't know. I loved being a mom, so. She's a mom. She just got done screaming at her kids and now she feels bad about it. I love this card. So cute. The guidebook's great. I did buy the bigger guidebook that goes with this that you can get separate. I don't really think that's necessary. If you're not sure whether to get it or not, I would say you probably don't need to. That's just my opinion. We're going to shuffle this because the deck is telling me to shuffle it, so we're going to do that. It's a great shuffler. Classic US Games cardstock. Love it. Okay, next mother deck is the Mysteries of the Black Madonna. I've literally never used this deck, not once, for multiple reasons. And we'll get into that as soon as I get this. One, I think part of it is that I don't love that it's rose petal. I believe that the creator just came out with a new edition that is a different cardstock. So if you are not a fan of rose petal, that might be something you want to look into. I like rose petal overall. It's fine. This is really difficult to shuffle, I think, because it's so big. This is a classic tarot size, so you've got quite a difference in size here. We'll go like this. It's just a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, but quite a bit wider. So yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle to shuffle. And I'm not really into Christian symbolism. I don't know why I bought this deck, other than it's really pretty. And it came available, and I got both this one and the Mysteries of Mary. But I don't know, it's a little bit dark. Like, I struggle to kind of see the images. In a lot of these, it's not really muddy. It's dark. It's like it's not quite well lit or correctly lit for the photograph. I don't know. It's okay. And like I said, it's just, it's Christian symbolism, which, duh, obviously. And I wondered, will I like it if I get it? And it kind of didn't matter. It's just one of those ones I wanted. Like this one, it's a blurry image. Am I wrong? Like, it's not well photographed. I don't know. It's an okay deck. I don't know if this will be a forever deck, but it does feel like mother energy. I don't really have a reason why, because I don't know much about Christian symbology. So I couldn't even be like, well, this person here, and that's why it feels like. It's a pretty deck. And I like having it. I don't know why, but I do. skip a few of these. This is another one that most people, I think, have seen. Yeah, Mysteries of a Black Madonna. I think she wants to be shuffled too, but I think it's more of a joke than anything because, like I said, it's not easy. But let's try. So that part's fine. It's okay, but it's just so sticky. Definitely, at least I've not been able to riffle it. So, guess what it is. Kids are out of school, walking home, so if you hear screaming people, that's what that is. Okay, next mother deck. I've got 2 Crone decks after this as well. This feels like more of a mother deck of kind of where I'm at in my life. It's not young mother. It's more of a mature mother, right? Like maybe an empty nester mother or an about to be an empty nester mother. That's where I'm at. And obviously, you know, it does have the hands of an older woman, assuming a woman. I think that's kind of the point, but obviously, because it's grandmother, right? Listen to me just trying to pretend I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, older mother, and that's how I feel. Not really old. I'm not a crone. But it definitely holds that energy and that space for me. Which is why, one of the reasons why I really like this deck. It feels, it meets me in the place where I am right now in my life. And I love that. And I also think that it can age well with me. You know, when I'm 70, I feel like I could still be using this. And it would still meet me where I am in that moment. And any deck that can do that, I appreciate. So pretty. Images are gorgeous. And you know what? Every time I use this, I think I really want the Gaian Tarot, which is the other one that this creator made, and I cannot deal with the faces in that deck. So this is the deck for me from that creator. The other one, as much as I want to like it, I probably will never buy it. The faces are too much for me. So yeah, that is the Herb Crafter's Tarot, in case I didn't say. But again, it's another one that everyone has seen. Everyone knows what it is. And the back. All right. Next is my 2 Crone decks. First one is Remembering the Sweet Fool. I'm not sure why this makes me think it's a Crone deck. Nothing specific other than just its energy feels very wise and patient, and like it has all this wisdom and a secret that it's not quite telling you. It really wants you to figure it out for yourself. Like she simply cannot tell you all the things, right? She wants you to learn it. She wants you to go through it and have those experiences for yourself. But she'll be here. She'll be waiting. If you have questions, if you need to cry about it, if you want to vent about it, if you want to celebrate something that's happened, she'll be here. And I feel like that's what a good crone would do. Some of these feel very, this just feels like a grandmother's desk, or like a, you know, the desk where she has all her jewelry and her makeup and her hand mirror. whatever that piece of furniture is called. My words lately have been failing me. You get that kind of dark and moody, that in my mind, you know, once the sun's gone down, everyone's gone back to their own homes. This is sort of the energy of the crone in her own home, in her quiet personal space. You know, when she's making her tea for the next morning, or she's settled in with a good book that she's read 7 times already. She's got her little, maybe her house coat or like her house dress on. She's cozy. Maybe she's baking something. Her house always smells warm and fresh and cozy. I love this deck. That is Remembering the Sweet Fool. All right, last. We have the Thoth Tarot, which I have never used. This is a used version that I got from the library at some point a couple years ago. One day I will have a greeting, simply for the fact that I want one. But I'm not going to pay $800 for one. So, but this is the large version. Again, I'm too lazy to take the whole, you know, the cards out, but it's quite a bit bigger than a classic standard tarot size. But this feels like a Crone deck to me. And maybe this will be a next winter project for me. I would eventually really like to learn Thoth. This deck has actually been calling to me the last few weeks. Not anything specific, I think about it a lot. I think about pulling it out and using it. I feel like it has something to say to me. But in true Crone fashion, it has big stories, big long stories and history to tell me and things it wants to tell me that maybe I've already heard, but they have a better version or a bigger version. They have their own version to tell you, right? And I'm just not really ready to hear it. I don't want to sit down and listen to her 2-hour story. Even though I know I'll get something out of it. I know it would make her happy. And I'm being a little bit selfish with my time right now, and I just have not decided to sit down and devote any of it to her. But she's patient. She'll wait. She knows I'll come for her eventually. It's why I have at least two copies. I have this big version and I have a regular size version. Both are, I don't know, 1980 something. She'll be here. And I know she will be, which is why I'm not rushing it, because I do want to learn it, and I want to learn it well, and I want to enjoy the process. I don't want to feel like I've pushed myself to do it. So very Crone energy to me. And I'm fascinated about Lady Frida Harris. I know nothing about her, but in learning the Thoth, I want to learn more about Lady Frida Harris. Channeling her through this deck would be an amazing experience, I think. And that is the Thoth deck. And that, my friends, is the last deck I have for us today. So, thank you, as always, for being here. I enjoy your company. I enjoy your comments. And I will catch up with you guys next week. Bye.